Welcome back to the deep dive. Look, if you've been thinking the only way to build a real digital business is by being some kind of coding genius or, raising millions for engineers, well, you might need to hit the reset button on that thinking. Like right now, we are definitely stepping into a new phase, a paradigm shift, really. It's an era where you can launch a proper money-making AI business using tools, sophisticated ones, that don't demand coding skills. This isn't just, messing around with chatbots for fun anymore.
That difference is so important. For the past few years, we've seen loads of cool AI demos. Fun to watch, maybe.
Yeah.
But honestly, most didn't bring in any real cash. The sources we're looking at today, they're all about closing that gap, moving past the, let's say, the hobby phase, and creating AI systems, specifically these autonomous AI agents that do actual measurable work and generate recurring income for you, the person building it.
Right. And that's exactly the mission for this deep dive. We're exploring how to use these brand new AI tools. OpenAI's Agent Builder is a big one, and combine them with powerful no-code platforms, the goal. Create systems that basically act like automated employees for, well, the huge small business market out there. We're really talking about scaling your income without just adding more hours to your day.
And the reason this is even possible now, it comes down to this technical jump forward. We call it agentic capability. We're moving from just giving simple prompts to, well, complex multi-step actions. These AI tools, you set them up once, give them an objective, and they can essentially run forever. Taking actions on their own online, they research, they manage tasks, they can even use different social profiles. They follow workflows over days, potentially, without a human checking every single click.
I like that. Run forever. It's almost like setting up a little AI agent army. And this isn't just some theoretical idea, is it? The research we dug into, it gives pretty solid proof of concept. The person behind this framework, they apparently generated, what was it, $52,000 in revenue in just 30 days. From a separate company they run, Minor Marketing, working specifically with small businesses using this exact AI marketing approach. It really shows the model works.
Yeah, it proves a couple of things. First, that small business owners are frankly desperate for ways to fix their operational headaches. And second, they really value time saved, often more than the upfront cost. So the challenge, and what we're focusing on today, is understanding how to set up, deploy, and crucially, sell these automated systems effectively. And that means we first need to get our heads around the tech making this agentic leap happen.
Okay, let's really unpack this agentic leap idea, because like you said, that's where the potential is. We've all played with ChatGPT, right? Great for conversation. But now there's this OpenAI agent kit or agent builder. What's the actual difference? How does it move us from just talking to doing?
Action. That's the key word. The Agent Builder is, it's a new setup, a new architecture. It's designed so non-coders can build these really functional AI assistants that go beyond just writing text and actually take, important autonomous steps. Think of a standard chatbot like a cashier. It waits for you to tell it exactly what to do, takes the payment, gives change. Simple transaction. An AI agent, though, more like a personal assistant. You give it a broader goal. Hey, book a flight for this client, and it figures out the steps, even if that involves using 3 different apps or searching some external database, drafting an email. It does the whole sequence. Then it comes back with a finished result.
Okay, that makes the jump really clear. And the sources we looked at, they really stress the visual side of this, a visual tool and all in one space. It sounds like it takes what would normally be, complex code and APIs for a developer and turns it into something you can actually see and manipulate, like blocks on a screen.
Exactly right. The interface uses a drag-and-drop system. You connect these things called nodes to build out the workflow. Conceptually, yeah, it's in the same ballpark as tools like Zapier or maybe NIA and these automation platforms. But the analysis suggests this agent builder is maybe more intuitive. And it's built to use the GPT model's power within the flow itself for decision-making. So the agent doesn't just follow steps blindly. It looks at the data, gets back, and decides if it should proceed or how. That decision part, that's the agentic capability right there.
What's really interesting, and maybe what makes it feel like a serious tool, not just a toy, is the built-in testing, the evaluation tools. You don't just build this complex thing and hope for the best, right? The research shows you can actually test how your agent performs before you unleash it on a client. That seems critical for selling something reliable.
Oh, absolutely critical. And, for clients who might eventually want their own dev team, or for entrepreneurs who want to scale this up, there's flexibility. You can export the whole workflow as code or integrate it directly into a bigger application someone might already have. It can grow with you.
Okay, practical question. getting started, where does someone actually find this? Because I bet a lot of listeners might look inside the regular ChatGPT window and not see anything called Agent Builder.
Yeah, that's a key detail. It's in beta right now, but it's not in the normal chat interface. You have to go to platform.openai.com. And that's important because the platform side is where all the developer tools live, the API keys, the builders, the infrastructure stuff. It's geared towards people building things, not just chatting. You'll need a ChatGPT Pro account, and you also need to put a credit card on file for the platform side to start using these agent features.
Right, so positioned as a business tool from the get-go, what about templates? Do they give you any hints about what you could build?
They do. Right away on the platform, you see templates that basically scream monetization. Things like complex data enrichment, planning and strategy help, customer service flows, structuring messy data, advanced Q&A systems. It's like OpenAI is pointing directly at the high-value commercial uses for these agents.
And to really show how fast this can be, the analysis walked through building a specific example, right? A travel agent. And they did it incredibly quickly, less than 8 minutes. Let's get into how that worked.
Yeah, it's a great example of speed to value. It starts simple. You give the agent a basic instruction. It's persona. You're a helpful, meticulous travel assistant, something like that. Then the workflow kicks in, usually just a few nodes, maybe 4 or 5. The first node might be a classifier. It just checks the input. Is this actually a travel request? Does it have dates? Basic stuff. Then the next node sets the parameters. It pulls out the key details, price range, how fast they want to travel, any specific airlines mentioned.
So it's smart enough to pull structured data out of just normal conversational text. Okay, then what happens?
Then it takes action. It might trigger, say, a search tool node. This could connect to a real flight API or maybe just a simulated one for testing. It searches flights based on those parameters it extracted. Once it gets the raw flight data back, to just be a jumble of times and prices at the final, really crucial node is the itinerary builder. This takes that raw data and turns it back into something polished, a persuasive, personalized recommendation. That's the final output the user actually sees.
And they showed a specific test, didn't they? Asking for a flight from San Francisco. The output wasn't just a list of flights. It was richer, it sounded interactive, it detailed options, suggested connections, put it all together into a potential plan.
Exactly. That's the dynamic part.
Yeah.
It's making choices, acting on outside info, and then synthesizing it into a useful product. It's not just a static lookup, it's a completed task. And when a small business owner sees that level of autonomy, they immediately think, okay, that is a service I could see paying for every month.
All right, let's switch gears directly to the money side. We get the tech now, conceptually. Let's talk about how this actually makes dollars and cents. The value proposition for the small business seems huge. This AI agent is essentially what, like an employee installed within their business, providing value over and over after just that one setup.
That predictability is the core of the financial model. A human employee, constant wages, time off, benefits. It adds up. An AI agent. It needs a fixed monthly subscription to keep it running and maintained. The sources frame this really simply, actually, aiming for just, say, 10 small businesses paying a pretty modest $200 a month. That's $2,000 a month right there. Predictable, recurring income from AI. That's a solid foundation for anyone starting out.
Yeah, $2 Ks a month from only 10 clients. That feels achievable. So if we're selling recurring subs, the services need to offer real ongoing value, undeniable value. What are the key applications, the things these agents are really good at right now that businesses will pay for month after month? The what to sell, basically.
We've kind of boiled it down to 4 main categories that are just crying out for AI agents. The first one, and probably the most direct path to showing ROI for a small business, is lead generation and outreach.
Okay, tell me more about the outreach part, because traditional cold outreach, it's brutal. So time-consuming, low success rate usually. How does the agent make it better?
It takes over the really painful parts. You instruct the agent, find small businesses in this industry, in this location. It then gathers contact info, but here's the key. It creates deeply personalized outreach messages. It can actually crawl the prospect's website, look at their recent social media posts, and tailor the message based on what they're actually doing or talking about.
Can you give an example? Like, how personalized are we talking?
Okay, let's say the agent finds a local roofing company, and it sees on their Facebook page they just posted pictures of a big solar panel installation they finished. Instead of a generic "need more leads" email, the agent's message could be something like, "Hey, saw the fantastic solar install you did over in Scottsdale. Impressive work. Our AI system actually tracks local solar tax credits in real time. We could automate hyper-targeted ads just to homeowners eligible for those credits, guarantee you warmer leads than just knocking on doors." It can even be programmed to find the contact use form on their website and fill it out directly. So the owner gets this warm, relevant inquiry right in their inbox, not just another name on a cold list.
Wow, okay. That's not just mass email. It's like hyper-personalized prospecting done automatically. Huge difference. All right, second big area. This one seems obvious for reducing friction. Customer lifecycle management.
Exactly. This is pure time saving. You deploy agents to handle most of that initial customer interaction, answering FAQs 204/7, managing appointment bookings through a calendar, handling initial intake forms, even sending out timely follow-up messages after a service call or a meeting. For a small shop, maybe with just one admin person, or none. This is absolutely revolutionary. Frees them up immensely.
Makes sense. Third area plays right into the strengths of these language models. Marketing content.
Yeah, AI agents are fantastic at maintaining content velocity. They can consistently write and schedule social media posts across different platforms. They can draft customized email campaigns for specific customer segments. They can generate really optimized ad copy for Google or Facebook ads tailored to specific goals and audiences. And because they're agents, they can even monitor which posts are doing well and dynamically tweak the strategy for the next day's content. It's adaptive.
Okay, and the fourth one. This sounds like something that used to require expensive consultants, business intelligence.
For sure. Here, the agents tackle complex analytical tasks. Things like automated competitive research. What are your rivals doing? How are they pricing things? What keywords are they ranking for online? Agents can create standardized reports, analyze sales data, automate the creation of intro docs, or even sales proposals. Imagine getting a report every Monday morning showing exactly what your top 5 competitors did online last week. A small business owner would definitely pay $200 a month for that insight.
Now, let's circle back to something you mentioned earlier, this market you flagged as really emerging, potentially huge value, AI SEO or LLM SEO. This sounds like a fundamental shift in how people get found.
It really is the frontier. Yeah. Think about it. For 20 years, if you needed, let's stick with the Maui electrician example, you typed it into Google. Google gave you ads, the map pack, organic links. SEO was all about climbing that list.
But the trend is people are starting to bypass Google search, right? They're asking ChatGPT or Gemini directly, hey, recommend a good electrician on Maui.
Exactly. And the critical difference is the LLM doesn't give you a list of 10 blue links to click. It gives you a generative recommendation, often just 1 or 2 names. It draws on its training data, its web crawls, maybe user feedback to synthesize an answer, which means businesses now need to optimize not just for Google's algorithm, but for the LLM's conclusion.
So what does optimizing for an AI's recommendation even look like? Does building backlinks still matter as much?
Maybe less. Traditional link building might fade a bit. The analysis suggests LLM SEO is more about structuring your entire online presence, all your data, so it's easily understood and seen as authoritative by the AI model, making sure your structured data scheme is perfect. Having really strong trust signals reviews, consistent NAP info, maybe even directly feeding info into APIs that these LLMs use. It's about becoming the most recommendable answer in the AI's mind, not just the highest ranked link on a page.
The potential value there is just enormous. If you can offer a service that gets a local plumber or a lawyer or that electrician recommended first, maybe only by the AI, you're essentially handing them hot, ready-to-buy leads on a silver platter. Business owners will absolutely pay a slice of the revenue from those leads for that kind of direct delivery.
So we've talked about the high-tech recurring revenue stuff, which is great long-term. But let's get practical for a second. If diving straight into the OpenAI agent builder feels like too much too soon, or if you just need to generate some cash flow now and build client trust fast, the research really champions this strategy it calls the foot-in-the-door strategy, or the already-done method.
And this whole strategy hinges on a market statistic that just blows my mind every time I hear it. Are you ready for this? Somewhere between 23% and 27%, that's potentially millions of small businesses in the U.S. still don't even have a basic website. They're practically invisible online.
It's incredible, right? A massive pool of, well, low-hanging fruit. And on top of that, the analysis makes another great point. Even for the businesses that do have a site, websites get old. They're perishable. Tech changes so fast. Most existing sites need a major overhaul or a complete rebuild every, 3 to 5 years. The need for digital services is just constant.
Okay, wait, let me push back slightly here, though. We're talking about targeting businesses that haven't bothered to get even a simple $500 website yet. Isn't that a red flag? If they're that far behind the curve, are they really the ideal client to eventually upsell to a 200-month AI service? Aren't we just chasing the lowest common denominator here? Risk involved.
That's a really fair question. And the strategy addresses it by focusing on building rapport and trust first, before aiming for the big recurring fees. The key recommendation is start in an industry where you personally have some background or experience. Were you an accountant? Target other accountants. Did you work in construction? Target roofers or plumbers. That shared background lets you build trust almost instantly. You speak their language, you bypass a lot of the usual skepticism. And the home services, niche plumbers, electricians, HVAC guys is highlighted specifically because those owners are usually super busy doing the work. They don't have time for marketing, but they often have decent margins and are willing to spend money to make their lives easier or get more jobs.
Gotcha. So use your own expertise to bridge the trust gap, then use the automation to deliver value quickly. Now, to actually execute this already done method without being a coder, the sources point to a specific toolkit, Go High Level, often called GHL.
Yeah, GHL is presented as kind of the perfect alternative or complement to the OpenAI Agent Builder, especially for entrepreneurs focused on sales and marketing first. While Agent Builder is maybe stronger on the complex thinking tasks like data analysis, GHL is really optimized for sales and marketing automation. It's an all-in-one platform, CRM, email, SMS, funnel builder, website builder, and it has its own built-in AI features now, too. AI agents, voice agents for calls, conversation bots, plus a visual workflow builder for automations. It's powerful, but the interface is designed to be simpler, more visual. And it handles all the essential plumbing, sending texts, emails, managing sales pipelines, stuff OpenAI's builder doesn't do on its own.
Okay, so GHL for the marketing and sales execution, Agent Builder for the more complex AI brainpower down the line.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Let's walk through executing this already done method. Step 1, finding the leads.
Right, you need to find those businesses hiding in plain sight. The manual way. Just go to Google Maps, search for a type of business in a city, and start clicking through the results pages. Look for the business listings that are missing the little website link. The pro tip from the source was interesting. Don't just look on page 1. Scroll to page 5, page 7. The businesses buried back there are often the most desperate for help. Like that hypothetical Seahorse Surf Academy example. They exist, but have zero online footprint.
But you said this could be automated too, right? Using AI to find businesses without websites.
Absolutely. The source showed an example using a prompt in an AI agent platform, something like Manus AI was mentioned, you tell it. List 25 home service businesses in Phoenix, give me their name, city, and phone number. End quote. The agent scrapes that list together. Then, either manually or maybe with another automated step, you quickly check which ones from that list don't have a website link associated with their Google profile. The AI basically acts like your tireless research intern, digging up all the raw leads for you.
Okay, so you've got your target, like that example they used, Triana Owen Realty, a solo real estate agent in San Diego, no website found. Now, step 2, build the website fast, using GHL.
Exactly. And GHL is built for this kind of speed. You go into its site section, and there are literally thousands of pre-built templates. Drag and drop, no code needed. They're sorted by industry, real estate, insurance, dentists, restaurants, home services, you name it. You pick the one that fits, click a button, and boom, the basic site structure is live in your GHL account.
Then the crucial step, the part that makes the offer so powerful, you customize it before you even reach out.
This is pure sales psychology. You take that nice template and you spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes personalizing it for Triana Owen Realty. Add her name, maybe grab her headshot from her Google profile if she has one, make sure the contact info is right.
Yeah.
Put her city name in the headlines. It doesn't take long, but when she gets the link, she's looking at a website that feels like it was custom built just for her.
Which leads perfectly into the final step, making the irresistible offer. How do you actually pitch this website you just built?
You send an email, and they provided a template for this in the source material. But the framing is everything. You don't say, hey, I built this amazing website just for you. No, you frame it as, look, this professional, fully customized website was actually built for another client in your industry. But last minute, they decided to go a different direction. We just need to liquidate this finished asset quickly. Then you offer to sell it, this complete personalized website, for a ridiculously low price, like $500. Or maybe even offer to give it away for free just to earn the chance to discuss future business.
Using that word liquidate, it just reframes the whole thing, doesn't it? It removes almost all the risk for the business owner. They don't have to imagine what you might build. They don't have to wait weeks. They don't have to risk thousands up front. They click a link, they see it, it's already done.
Yeah.
They're buying a discounted asset, not hiring a developer.
Exactly. It's all about building that initial trust and getting your foot firmly in the door.
Yeah.
Once you've solved their most obvious immediate problem, having no website with basically zero risk to them, You've earned the right to have the next conversation, the one about the real moneymaker,
Mm.
the recurring AI services.
Okay, so the website is live. Maybe they paid $500. Maybe you strategically gave it away. What's the very next most logical conversation? It's got to be, great, you have an online storefront now, but how do we get people to it? And just as importantly, how do we handle them effectively when they arrive? That's the pivot point, right? Where you introduce the higher value recurring AI subscriptions.
Precisely. You're shifting from a one-time transaction to selling an integrated, ongoing system that makes their business run better. And critically, they already trust you because you delivered something tangible, low risk, that solved an immediate need. Now you can introduce the AI employee concept.
Let's break down the first big recurring upsell. High value upsell number one, the AI chat widget. Price usually what, $97 to $197 a month?
Yep. This involves adding an AI-powered chat widget onto their shiny new website. But the real magic, the reason you charge monthly for it, is connecting that chat agent to a very specific custom knowledge base that you build for them right inside GHL.
Okay, explain that knowledge-based creation process, because that sounds like where the real setup value lies.
This is the core of it. You basically train the AI on everything about their specific business. You feed it information. You can have it crawl their entire new website content. You upload their company handbook, their standard FAQs, maybe specific price sheets for services, internal training materials, warranty details, everything. The system digests all this data, could be tens of thousands of words, and built a perfect digital model of their business knowledge.
And for the small business owner, what's the big selling point there? Why pay monthly for that?
It's a massive time savings and absolute consistency. Think about training a new human receptionist or a salesperson on all those details. It takes weeks, right? Constant question supervision. The AI agent, it learns instantly once you upload the data into that knowledge base. It saves the owner dozens of hours in training time. Plus, it ensures every single customer gets the right answer consistently, 24/7. It never forgets, never has a bad day, never calls in sick. Just that value alone, an instantly trained, perfect support assistant, is easily worth $150, $200 a month to most small businesses.
Makes total sense. Okay, high value upsell number two. Moving into workflow automation. Using GHL's visual workflow builder to automate key business tasks. The main example given, and it's a good one because it ties directly to revenue, is boosting the show rate for booked appointments.
Oh yeah, this is crucial for any business that relies on appointments, dentists, lawyers, consultants, sales teams, mechanics. If someone books a time slot and then just doesn't show up, that's pure lost revenue and wasted time for the professional. The AI and automation's job here is to drastically reduce those no-shows.
Walk us through that specific automation sequence. The details are what really sell the value of the system.
Okay, so it starts with a trigger. Someone books an appointment using the calendar system built into GHL. That booking immediately kicks off an automated sequence. Step 1. Instant internal notification goes out to the business team. New appointment booked. Step 2. Maybe 24 hours before the appointment, an automated reminder email goes to the client. Confirms date, time, location, maybe includes the Zoom link if it's virtual. Step 3, another reminder email, maybe 1 hour before, just a quick nudge. And step 4, this one's often the most effective. A final reminder via SMS text message sent maybe 15 minutes before the appointment time, right to their phone.
Wow, yeah. That multi-channel sequence, it makes it almost impossible for the client to forget. You're probably taking no-show rates from, 20% down to maybe 5% or less. That's direct money back in their pocket.
Exactly. You're selling a system that directly improves their bottom line and their efficiency, and it runs completely on autopilot after you set it up once.
This whole incremental approach, start small with the website, build trust, then scale up with these automated systems, it's clearly a winning formula. The research mentioned this exact methodology was a key reason the founder's company became the second fastest growing in Hawaii. It works because it minimizes the client's risk every step of the way.
And now we can kind of lay out the whole journey, the full pricing and scaling ladder for the listener. It shows how you get from that first contact to potentially managing a large chunk of their business operations. This structure also helps to explain that $52,000 revenue month. It wasn't from selling one giant project, it was from stacking these recurring services.
Okay, so on the low-ticket entry-level side, that's the foot in the door, the $500 website, maybe even the free liquidated website offered just to get the relationship started.
Then you build the foundation with mid-ticket recurring services. This is the engine. The AI chat widgets, $97 $197 month. Website rentals, if they can't buy up front, they rent the site monthly, $119 $200 a month. And a really smart upsell. White label access to the GHL platform itself,
Mhm.
97,297 a month.
Explain that white label GHL part again. Why is that valuable as a recurring product?
White labeling means you resell the GHL software under your own brand. The client gets their own login to the dashboard, but it has your logo, your company name, not Go High Levels. It instantly positions you as a software provider, not just someone setting things up. They get access to all the CRM tools, email marketing funnels, everything they need, hosted within the system you provide. And you charge them a premium monthly fee for access to that powerful platform. It becomes passive software revenue for you.
Very clever. Okay, and then once that trust is rock solid, you can move to the big leagues, high-ticket monthly retainers.
This is where you leverage all the AI insights and automation for maximum impact. We're talking sophisticated SEO campaigns, especially incorporating those new AI SEO, LLM SEO strategies we discussed. Those retainers could start at $750 and easily go up to $4,000 a month or more. And managing their Google ad spend, often taking a percentage, which could mean retainers from $2,000 up to $10,000 a month for businesses spending significantly on ads.
And then, ironically, once the business is thriving thanks to your recurring services, they often come back full circle for that high-ticket one-time project, the fully custom website design, the one they couldn't afford or commit to initially when they took the $500 starter site. Now they're ready for the $5,000 to $10,000 plus custom build. It's a really logical progression.
Wow. This has been incredibly detailed, a real deep dive. I think the core takeaway, the big message here is pretty clear. The real opportunity isn't just understanding AI anymore. It's shifting your focus to applying it strategically and figuring out the monetization. It's about moving beyond just playing with the tech and actually implementing a structured, step-by-step sales process that solves real, tangible problems for small businesses.
Absolutely. And the actionable next step for you, listening right now, it's probably not trying to master both the OpenAI Agent Builder and Go High Level overnight. That's overwhelming. Instead, look back at the specific use cases we detailed today. Lead generation, automated support via chat widget, maybe even dipping a toe into AI SEO. Pick just one service that resonates with you, something you feel you could set up, using a relatively low-risk, no-code tool like GHL to start. Then use that already done method. Find a business without a site, build it quickly, make that irresistible offer just to land that first client, build that trust, and get that initial revenue flowing.
And as we wrap up, I want to leave everyone with that final provocative thought, circling back to the AI SEO frontier we touched on. If we really lean into the idea that traditional Google search results, the lists of links, the rankings are genuinely being disrupted, maybe even replaced by generative AI recommendations. An AI like ChatGPT or Gemini explicitly telling a user which plumber to call, not just giving options, bypassing the list entirely. How fundamentally does that change everything for small business marketing?
It really poses the biggest question for local business in the coming years, doesn't it? Is the main battle shifting? Is it no longer about just climbing Google's rank list, but about structuring your entire digital footprint, your data, your reputation, to become the AI's single trusted top-of-mind recommendation? That potential shift from optimizing for ranking to optimizing for recommendation, that feels like the ultimate opportunity for the AI-focused entrepreneur.